All right. So we're talking about the big one now. Triple G versus Kell Brook. This is the big one. Beeb, are you ready to go?
Yes. I'm ready to go.
And now it's time for Beating the Odds with Beeb. Starring Britain's adopted son, Joe Habeeb.
I know that this isn't officially.
All right. Well, yeah.
I was going to say, I know this isn't officially the Beating the Odds with Beeb, but go ahead.
Okay. As Eric alluded to, this fight really is not bettable, and I'll explain why at the end of my breakdown here. Now, Kell Brook, this is a tall task. I mean, he's moving up, obviously, 2 weight classes, as everybody knows. Triple G, definitely the man at 160, and probably one of the best fighters in the world today, if not the best in some people's minds. The two things here that really stand out to me is just Triple G and his ability to adapt in fights and do more things than Kell Brook. Both these guys have one similarity. They're both, as Eric said, technical guys. They're both very precise punchers, and they're really cerebral fighters. But the problem here is, you know, Triple G has more sweet spots than Kell Brook. For instance, Triple G is dangerous anywhere in that ring, and he can impose his will on any opponent. He's been in there with bigger guys and guys who tried to hold Triple G, and he has that way of just nudging his head right underneath their chin and, you know, kind of getting grimy, doing everything he has to do to break free of that clinch and free up his hands where he can punch on the inside. You know, he pushes the envelope as far as he can without getting points taken away. And, you know, he hasn't gotten any points taken away as far as I've known. Now, Kell Brook, again, another precision type guy, as I said, throws that right hand like a dart. That jab is like a stiletto. I mean, he's really a good straight puncher, but he needs space. And every time someone gets close, his first instinct is to grab and hold them and nullify them. So when someone gets close, his first line of defense, you know, his mindset is always to hold. So he's not thinking offensively when his opponent gets in his chest. He's thinking defensively. Whereas guys like Andre Ward, guys like Gennady Golovkin, as I've said before, they're thinking defense and offense. So, you know, when they make a defensive move, they're already thinking what they're going to do next offensively. Whereas, you know, Brook needs to freeze the action and kind of gather himself, and then he'll release the clinch and kind of back out and try to get space where he could, you know, get some distance and turn those punches over. So he's not really effective offensively on the inside, and that's going to be a problem. Now, people are talking about the size, that he's actually bigger than Triple G right now, but size does not always translate into strength. Triple G's been in there with bigger guys, as I've alluded to, and he's always been able to not be contained, always been able to get inside and impose his will and dig to the body. And Kell Brook is a guy who likes to, like, constantly move a little bit. He's always trying to create space. And if those body shots basically add up for Triple G, it's going to take his legs away. And he's going to have a hard time moving away and trying to create that space. So I think Triple G will slow him down. I think he will slow him down with the body shots. I think a lot of the grimy stuff, that dirty boxing type stuff that Triple G does on the inside, I think Kell Brook will have problems with that. You know, Kell Brook had problems with Carson Jones on the inside in the first fight. And Sean Porter, he had to grab Sean Porter and he had to freeze the action. And, you know, Sean Porter did not move his hands on the inside. He obliged to clinch. He welcomed the clinch. He accepted the clinch. Triple G does not accept the clinch. He fights through clinches, and he's a buzzsaw on the inside when he gets his hands moving. So I think the big problem here for Kell Brook will be the inside game, because he's not really an inside fighter at all. He's not adept at fighting inside at all. He needs space, and that's going to be an issue for him come September 10th Saturday night. This is why I'm rolling with Triple G. And unfortunately, for people who are Kell Brook fans, I don't think this fight goes past 6 rounds. I'm sorry. I just don't see it happening. I think that Triple G is not going to play around. He knows he's going to be fighting in the UK, and he's not going to play around with Kell Brook. He's going to try to get him out of there. He doesn't want this to go to the scorecards. I don't think he's going to linger around at all in this fight. I think he's going to get him out of there. I think he's going to blast him out in 6.